वेलकम बैक जी, आप देख रहे हैं गेम ऑन है और उमर गुल आपका हाथ उठा हुआ था, हम टॉस पे चले गए, अभी आपने नीचे किया है. सो इवेंचुअली श्रीलंका विनिंग द टॉस एंड पुटिंग बांग्लादेश इन. सो राशिद लतीफ इज आउट ऑफ द एनालिसिस एट द मोमेंट. मतलब इन्होंने ये कहा था ना कि टू बैट फर्स्ट, तो उन्होंने कहा नहीं है.
मैं उधर से स्टार्ट कर लूं.
हाँ जी. ओके.
मेरा ख्याल से डिबेट काफी लंबे, लेकिन अगर मैं होता कैप्टन तो पहले बैटिंग ही करता मैं.
ओके.
यस, क्योंकि एक जो हीट है वहाँ की शारजा की, प्लस सेकंड टाइम पे जो रीज़न है, आई थिंक सेकंड टाइम पे आपको 4 to 5 ओवर्स में आपके पास चांसेस है कि बॉल थोड़ा सा स्विंग अर्ली ऑन स्विंग हो जाए. और जो मैंने जितना मैं खेला हूँ, आई थिंक ये लोग काफ़ी सारे खेले, ज़्यादा खेले मेरे से, लेकिन जो मैंने देखा है वहाँ पे सेकंड टाइम पे थोड़ा सा बॉल जो ना आनी बनाना शुरू हो जाता है, स्पिनर्स का भी लो रहना शुरू हो जाता है और पैसर का जो ना थोड़ा आनी बन हो जाता है.
Okay, so Umar thinks that
बैटिंग कौन कर रहा है?
with all his experience playing at Sharjah, the team should have batted first because he thinks that by the evening it is slightly uneven, the pitch, there is a varying bounce and the ball actually does a bit like seam and swing for the first 3 or 4 overs. So he thinks that Sri Lanka may well have batted first. So he's actually supporting his first test match captain, Rashid Latif. So they both are irrelevant now.
It's nice to have different opinions,
Yeah.
so that in 3 hours' time,
Yeah.
we can look back at the experts and see which ones were the real experts and which ones were just guessing.
I think if you see the toss, you know, like both the teams are happy.
Yeah.
They wanted to bowl first and they wanted to bat first.
Yeah.
So it's irrelevant.
So now we come back to Viv,
Yeah.
which basically means who plays better wins. It's, there you
You
go.
have
So that's
to
all
get
about
one more than
who
the
uses
opposition.
the conditions
Yeah.
better,
Yeah.
regardless of whether you bat first or last.
Yeah, but it's going to be really hot there. It's about 35 degrees. So that is also can be a point of concern. Right?
And both
Afternoon
I'm
match.
just looking, I'm feeling it.
Yeah, it's okay. So if we could see the lineups, the teams. So it's Bangladesh is Liton Das, not doing much but very promising, and then Naeem Sheikh in the runs, what we saw when he was playing in the qualifiers. Shakib Al Hassan, the top player, Mushfiqur Rahim, Mahmood, and this is Afif Hussain and Nurul, the wicketkeeper Nurul Hassan, and then Mehdi Hassan Maras and Safuddin, then Nasum, the slow left arm spinner, and Mustafizur Rahman, the seam bowler.
Only 2 seam bowlers.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Spin to win for
No,
Bangladesh.
Safuddin can
So
also.
many.
No, Taskin
only
is gone. Higher too. Yeah.
2 seamers
Yeah.
and plenty of spin.
So this is Sri Lanka now. Kosal Pereira top of the order, Pathum Nasanka, and then this is Charit Asalanka and Avishka Ferrendo, and then we have Rajapakshe and Dushan Shanaka, and then Hasaranga, Vendu Hasaranga, Karuna Ratne, the seam bowler. Then they have Shamira, the fast bowler, Kumara, the fast bowler, and Banura Fernando.
It's all seam.
100% out of 100 for getting the names correct.
Thank you very much, sir. It's my pleasure.
Well done.
Yeah.
I'm glad that it's you.
Okay, so now you think that Sri Lanka has done it? They're going to actually take on Bangladesh?
Well, we all here, David just mentioned that we all have our own opinions, and sometimes you guess wrong, sometimes you're right, and it's only when this game's completed that we will really have a true understanding what this game is all about.
Yeah. But one thing, like what we saw, that they have, obviously the spinner is not playing, the premier spinner is not playing, Tikshana, and they have brought in the fast bowler. So they had Akila Dhananjaya, who is again some sort of, he's a very competent bowler.
Look, sometimes you may not have the bounciest wickets for fast bowlers to bowl and for them to be successful. We hear about the low track in Sharjah. If you bowl wicket to wicket, then the LBWs come into play. And when you have pace, certainly you have a chance.
Okay. So missing out one spinner shouldn't matter much.
I think, again, go back to Viv's earlier point, each captain, each management picks a team that they think will do well on the day.
Yeah.
And the execution is the word, it's the modern word, but getting it right is the key.
Right.
So, and from any 11, if you have, say, 5 or 6 have a good day, the team has a good day.
So if we could see the comparison of the venues and we can just, okay. So these are Dubai and Sharjah. So T20s played 184 at Dubai and 130 at Sharjah. Average run rate is almost the same, 7.5 for Dubai and 7.7 for Sharjah, which is encouraging. Average score batting first is 150 at Dubai, 152 at Sharjah. Average score batting second is 136 and 139 respectively. Average target defended 165 Dubai and 169 Sharjah. And average target chase is 140 and 142. So this means a pass score of almost like 150.
Now you have to look at the recent development at Sharjah, which is the fact they've relayed the pitches.
Yeah, yeah.
So 20 years of history. There's the bin. You can put that in there.
So you are discouraging me. I researched, I brought this slide, I made the comparison, and you have put it in the bin.
When we saw last night a game
Yeah.
in Dubai,
Yeah.
and now we're going to see one in Sharjah.
Yeah.
So I think it's different.
Okay.
And जो सबसे जो चीज debatable है, one team is gone for spinners,
Yeah.
four spinners.
Yeah. The other
and
is one for four
one
fast bowlers.
four seam bowlers.
Yeah.
So I think we'll wait and see who will get
I think
it right.
उन्होंने against Bangladesh, they know कि Bangladesh जो है ना वो they can play better against spin, so they struggle against the seam bowler and especially pace. So that's why they gone with the pace.
Yeah. जी भाई.
ब्लॉक हो गए माइंड कैप्टन के भी मैनेजमेंट के भी सबके, क्योंकि दायरे की जो फील्डिंग है वो आईसीसी रूल कर रही है ना, एक तरह से इतने फील्डर होंगे, कप्तानी अपनी मर्जी से नहीं होती, कप्तान को हमारे जैसे कोचेस गाइड करते हैं कि ये करना है तुम्हें, तो प्लेयर्स को अपने सोचने की कुछ भी नहीं मिल रहा, वो रिलाय कर रहे हैं अपने डाटा पे, स्ट्रेट्स के ऊपर क्रिकेट खेल रहे हैं, और क्रिकेट है 80% माइंड गेम है और स्किल 20% है, बाकी इसको दिन में मैं भी डाल दूंगा।
And he thinks that 80% is the mind game, 20% is the skill. So he thinks that these coaches, they now dictate the captains, they influence the captains to, they give them the plans to execute, and probably Rashid is angry. He thinks that the captain should be the one leading the team with his own
like MS Dhoni,
like MS Dhoni.
We saw a match yesterday. I honestly believe West Indies went in with a plan.
So what was the plan, sir? It was Phil Simmons or
They
Kieran
didn't
Pollard?
quite execute.
We never saw the plan.
Didn't quite execute. So you can go in with all the plans that can be. It's about executing. And Latif is so right. If your mind is okay for you to deliver and for you to exhibit your skills, then you would be you're going to get some results.
The other thing, there are very few captains who are as single-minded, strong-minded as Dhoni, and as good at manipulating a field and working out a situation. So when you've got a good captain, and I include people like Owen Morgan in that category, they know what's going on, and you can tell when Morgan has control of the England team, on and off the field. You can tell in other teams where there's more collaboration because the captain wants that. And if you want that and you need that, well, so be it. You've still got to lead the team.
Don't you think that Virat is also somebody who takes his own decisions? Or he
No, I do. Yeah, I'm not doubting that.
No, this is
I didn't want to go through every captain that's ever played. But
No, I'm concerned about...
the game starts in 10 minutes.
No, I'm concerned, David, I'm concerned about Virat actually. I'm not bothered about MS Dhoni.
What are you concerned about?
Because if he takes his own decisions, then he may well take some wise decisions. Because Ravi is anyways now on his way out. He's retiring after this World Cup. So there'll be a big change now in the Indian dugout.
Listen, I hardly believe that Ravi has much say in that dressing room.
Okay.
He's there basically as a support factor.
All right.
But Virat, he's the man. For sure.
You can tell.
Yeah.
And that's what we see in these two teams. They are young captains, so we can see that the plan given by the think tank. Like Aaqib just mentioned, that one team is going with all-out spin and one team is going all-out pace bowling. And it's also because of the strength of their own team and the other team, because Bangladesh has struggled against fast bowlers. If you see, Chamara has been the man of the match for most of the matches, but what they are missing, Bangladesh, is Taskin Ahmed. So he has been really effective against Sri Lanka, and he is not playing today, so that can be another deciding factor.
डॉग इसमें ये जो इंडिया की बात हो रही है, विराट कोहली के लास्ट है शायद याद है कैप्टन, और रवि शास्त्री का भी लास्ट है, और राहुल द्रविड़ एज ए कोच टेक ओवर करेंगे, तो ये नेक्स्ट वर्ल्ड कप के लिए शायद जा रहे हैं, न्यू कैप्टन होगा और न्यू कोच होगा और नेक्स्ट जो टीम रीबिल्डिंग में नहीं जा रही है, पहले से डिसाइड किया हुआ है इन्होंने कि हमें फ्यूचर में क्रिकेट कैसे खेलनी है.
So he's actually emphasizing upon that it's also the last stint for Virat Kohli as a T20 international captain of India, and now Rahul Dravid is all set to take over the team once Ravi retires. So he is contemplating that instead of getting into the rebuilding and shredding everything off, they have planned it and they are just going to execute. So it's just a period of
You
transition.
believe maybe they're looking at maybe continuity?
Yeah, continuity.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So the head-to-head, which may well not be encouraging, so आप दिखाएं ताकि मैं और गुल से पूछूं जो encouraging चीज नहीं है. So this is head-to-head. Overall, Pakistan they have 106, lost 63, 1.68 win-loss ratio, and so with majority of these wins they came under Sarfraz Ahmed, and he was the most successful T20 international captain when he was removed, which is ironic. And then last 2 years, 16 wins and 10 losses. Now you can see that once Sarfraz was removed, how badly it impacted the Pakistan team, that they have lost 10 out of 16 and win-loss ratio 1.6. And they have overall 89 for India, 49 they have won, 1.82, this is in the last 2 years, and 15, 7 losses and 2.1. So India is like doing really well. And if you see the last 5 T20 internationals, almost the same, but India comes in with 2 losses and 3 wins. I think these losses were probably in Sri Lanka, and their main team was not there. And they had that COVID fear also, that COVID scare also, by the time they went into the T20 international series in Sri Lanka. So, David, your point on these stats.
Or at least you're acknowledging now that there are other factors that involve statistics or that influence statistics. The fact that India have lost a couple, okay, albeit maybe in circumstances that explain that, suggests to an opposition they're not invincible. I think we're generally agreed, even if we don't want to say it, that India on paper are the stronger side. And I think therefore if they play to their potential, they have the better chance of coming out on top. They only need to win by 1. Whereas Pakistan will rely on probably fewer great players and that passion we've talked about. But you have to believe at the start of every day, as Viv will tell you time after time, that you have a chance of winning. You start from scratch, you both start on 0, and it's what happens after that.
And how you control your adrenaline rush and your serotonin firing at a breakneck speed.
That's why
in such big matches.
That's why you're given the tag as a professional.
All right.
For you to control all these things, to use it up as best as you can.
Use the adrenaline, yeah.
But did you ever crack in your career?
Everyone cracks at some point. There's no one that's invincible.
All right. So
no one.
Okay.
Can I say there's one man who's a great friend of both Viv and mine, a fellow called Botham, who will never admit to having cracked.
But he did, 1981.
No, he won't admit it.
Okay.
Tell him.
No,
Tell him.
No, we all go to that
1981, he was out of sorts when Mike Brille was, called back. Yeah.
But he was in sorts again very quickly.
Yeah.
But he will never. I asked him once on a stage at Lord's. I said, "Have you ever had a moment of self-doubt?"
Yeah.
He said, "No."
Oh.
He's lying, I know, but
actually, he came on one night after he was relinquished of the captaincy.
Yeah.
And we were in the flat together. We were sharing flats. And he bought a couple of red home, the best red that you could get, because Beefy loves his red wine. And he was really down. I've never really seen the big guy as down after losing the captaincy. And by telling you that, I think he was lying.
Oh, I know.
Okay. So now comes the moment. It's Sri Lanka, Bangladesh. Okay, Sri Lanka. Pakistan, India.
The heart says Pakistan, and the mind says India.
Okay. No, this is diplomatic. So
this
David,
is truth.
No, I mean, the evidence.
I will anyway sign the check, so no problems.
Thank you. Okay, the evidence would say that India looked the stronger side.
All right. So, Wave, your team is Pakistan.
Well, I've spent a lot of... Listen, both teams I admire.
Yes.
You know, they're two very good teams. They're the powerhouse in Asia and further upfield, where world cricket is concerned. The other two teams, Bangladesh and Sri Lanka, they're basically minnows at this stage.
Yeah.
Because of the two heavyweights who we have, Pakistan and India. Maybe because of the time spent here and spent in a lot of the dressing rooms with the Pakistanis. You know, I think it's going to be a good game, but I would love to see Pakistan come out on top.
All right.
You know, because I spent a lot of time around the guys, I have a fair idea what the passion brings and what winning against India means, vice versa. But it's going to be a good match.
It's all about self-belief.
Yeah, but it's going to be a very, very good match. But the only thing that I believe can happen, whoever cracks is going to be the loser.
Yeah. So, Umar, quickly, Pakistan, India.
पाकिस्तान
Because of having
आज
played for
ट्रेंड
Pakistan,
चेंज हो रहा है वर्ल्ड कप का
having played for Pakistan, या आप समझते हो कि Pakistan can just overpower India?
बहुत
2 लॉस उनकी थी, 2 लॉस हमारी थी। आप समझते हैं हमारी बेस्ट टीम खेल रही थी उस वक्त?
So you think we still have the chance?
Yeah, definitely. Always
So
believe
it's Pakistan.
Yes.
जी राशिद भाई
जी पाकिस्तान लॉजिक पहला मैच खेल रहे हैं दुबई में आज तक
Yes,
खेले ही
यही
नहीं
मैं बात कह रहा हूँ।
यही।
देखिए, we keep on saying the Indian batting, the Indian bowling. Okay, who's number 1 player in T20? Babar Azhar.
Yeah.
Rizwan, from last 1.5 year, I think he's
Topping
doing
the list.
Top in the list. Mohammad Hafiz experience, how many matches he won for Pakistan,
Yeah.
playing in these conditions.
Shoaib Malik coming
Malik
back.
been
11,000
brilliant.
T20 runs.
Okay, so how many you got? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 batters, highly recognized in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, then
So
you
now
have
should I remind you of KL Rahul? Should I remind you of Virat Kohli, Rohit
Okay,
Sharma,
Rahul-
Ishan Kishan, Surya Kumar Yadav,
what
Rishabh Pant,
what
Ravindra Jadeja?
Yadav have done at international level.
Okay,
What?
we leave him.
No, because
leave
we
Ishan.
mixed up with IPL.
Okay. IPL is also T20.
No, it's not about.
इन
we are
पिचेस के
talking
ऊपर
about-
दोनों टीमें बराबर हैं
Okay, let's see
इस pitches
their
के ऊपर
ball.
दोनों
Use the
टीमें।
Bumrah, Shaheen Shah Afridi. I think he's one of the best.
Bowlers at
Ball
the
in
moment.
the world.
In T20s, yes.
Okay, pace Haris Rauf,
Yeah. Death bowling.
death bowling,
Yeah.
brilliant.
And you'll be biased because he's from Lahore.
Yeah, whatever.
He's your product.
Hassan Ali,
Yeah.
Hassan Ali, what do you
One
think?
of-
Where do you rate him?
Oh, very high passion and
So
enthusiasm.
you got 4 batters
Yeah.
and 3
यार तुम्हें
bowlers.
देखो ना
7.
Yeah.
आके
What about Imad?
कराची किंग
Imad, look, Imad, you know why Imad?
Yeah.
Because they don't have any left-hander batting at the top.
Yeah.
So Imad Wasim is really good against right-arm batters. So you got 4 bowlers.
So you have given me
working
all the
around.
reasons. और एक मैं आपको जल्दी से बताता जाऊँ बाबर आजम पिछले 3 साल में 1173 रन 1173 विराट कोहली 993
And then you stop saying this India is superior.
I'm not saying that India is superior
बांग्लादेश क्या
but
नहीं पूछा आपने बांग्लादेश
नहीं वो हो गया था आपने सिर्फ
नहीं
बांग्लादेश
अब टॉस का मसला हो गया
over to Sharjah ji the match starts